everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are all doing great and I hope everyone is doing well. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it so much. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. So today's video is going to be a makeup video. I'm going to be showing you my foundation collection. A lot of people ask me, oh Sarah, what foundation do you use? So I thought it would be easier and more creative for me to actually just show you the foundations that I have and apply them on my face so that you can see what they look like. So yeah, if you want to see, then do carry on watching and I'll catch you in the next clip. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to wear any primers or any sort of bases, just so that you can see the foundation on my skin for its true self. So the colour, the finish, and everything. But before I do go into the foundations, I just want to talk to you a little bit about primers. I own 4 primers and I always use primers before I put my foundation on. People use primers for different reasons. I personally believe that you should wear a primer. It just helps as a really good base for your foundation to lay on. And for me personally, it helps with my oiliness, with my dryness. It also helps with creasing and just having a nice base just to cover up any like soft spots or like pimples that I may have. So the primers that I do use is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector. So it's just this one over here. I love this primer. This is probably my favorite primer. It's a little bit expensive. I will have like all the details on the side here. But it's really good with like mattifying the areas that I need mattifying. And honestly, like a little does go a long way. I've had this for like, let me be careful because I don't come and say something but I've had this for like over a year. Yes, I know you're supposed to throw away makeup like over it once it's reached a year, but listen. But I've had this for over a year and it still does the job. It's great. I love it, love it, love it. Second one is Makeup Forever Step 1 Base Mattifying Primer. So it's this little one here. I'm not too fond with this primer. I bought the Becca to replace this one because I wasn't too happy with it. It's not too bad. I mean, I use it whenever I don't really want to use Becca because, like I said, it is a little bit expensive. So yeah, this is a good substitute for that if you don't have this one. My third, and this one, everybody has to have this one in their makeup bag, is the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. I've been using this for years and I love it. It just gives a really nice, like sheeny, glowy, dewy look. So base under your foundation. I don't use this everywhere. I just use it on the perimeter of my face. And it's really nice. It smells nice as well. So yeah. And then lastly, so the next one is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in Radiance. So it's this little thing here. I don't know if you can see it, but there we go. Love it. This is banging. Like under the, I can't even explain it. Like under the foundation, so nice. It's just so dewy, so pretty. Luckily for me, I got this for free in a little goodie bag for my birthday. And it's just amazing. Okay, so next is the foundations. I don't have a lot of foundations. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 foundations. One of them is a powder. So this is my little foundation tray, my little foundation basket. I don't wear makeup every time. I mean, I don't wear makeup every day. I don't wear it a lot. I tend to wear it for like, you know, going out and all that jazz. So I'm very particular with like my foundations. Just like with the primers, I tend to find foundations for, again, different reasons, different seasons as well. Mainly, they need to be somewhat mattifying and somewhat dewy because I just love a glowy skin, glowy base, glowy look. So yeah, to start off with, should we go for like dewy and then matte? Or like favorites to least favorite? Okay, least favorites. Let's go for least favorites. So the first one is my Black Opal foundation. And it's the True Colour Cream Stick Foundation in the colour Walnut. So it looks like this. So with this, it just slides up like that. I mean, I have used this quite fairly, to be honest. I can't really complain. You know, it does its job. My only issue with this foundation is that it's so oily. Like, no matter what primer, powder, whatever you use to mattify your face, it just does not mattify. It's so oily. So I personally like using this in the winter, or let's say like I'm going out, but you know, I don't need to be looking expensive, then I would tend to bring this foundation out. It's a really nice foundation. It's really cheap. I think it was like, I will leave all the specs on the side, but I believe I got it for like £8 in like packs or something. It's a really nice foundation. Great coverage, super I'm coverage. With most of my foundations though, I do tend to go a bit darker because, you know, I like that, you know, I'm dipped in chocolate, you know. Vitamin D dripping, that's what I like. And then I can always like highlight with my concealer and make my face a little bit lighter if I need to, but yeah, so they do look a bit darker on me, and then that's the reason why. But yeah, I'll go in now and then I will show you what it looks like. Ooh, you're probably thinking this is not even dark, this is like gold, but I promise you, once it's blended out, don't worry. But yeah, super oily, super oily. But I'll show you this side with the brush and then this side with a sponge. So I'm gonna go in and then apply it as well. So you know what they say though, like when you're watching the process, like, you know, don't worry, don't stress. Like once everything is blended out, it will look fine. That's what people need to believe. This is 2 coats of the foundation. Like I said, it's very full coverage, very oily. You can see that it's very oily. Like, I mean, like I said, I haven't used any sort of bases, any sort of primers or anything like that. So obviously that hasn't really helped with foundation, but it is super oily on the skin. So you'd have to really go in with your primer and probably powder and then set it again with powder on top. Obviously depending on how full coverage or how less coverage you want, you can apply or not apply as much as you want. The color is a little bit colder. It's a little bit colder than my skin tone. I would say I'm in between like a warm golden, yeah, I'm like a warm golden, but like I said, I do like my foundations a bit darker, a bit more cooler than my actual skin tone because I tend to warm it up with my concealer, but it is pretty much a match, or a bit darker, but nevertheless, it's still okay. On to the next one. So the next foundation that I'm going to show you is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. So it looks like this. This is in the colour Hot Fudge 550R. I believe this is the darkest shade of the range that they have. This foundation I like. It's not my favourite though. Listen, if I said that Black Opal was thick, this has nothing on Black Opal. This is thick, full coverage, But I believe like that's what the line is about. It's about that full faux filter, full coverage look. So if you do like that look, then definitely I would recommend this. But it's a really nice foundation. It does have a fragrance in it, so it does smell like perfume. It just smells very like grown, very auntie-ish. So if you do like that, then yeah, I would recommend that. So okay, so this is after using 2 coats of this foundation. As you just saw, it's very thick, it's very full coverage. It is, as you can see, a lot darker than my actual skin shade. But like I said, I bought this color as a mistake. And obviously after wearing it, I realized, you know, I can't really change anything, so I just had to work with it. Like, it's a really nice foundation, smells great, looks great in pictures, but definitely get the right color. And yeah, the next foundation is my Lancôme TEINT IDOLE Ultra Wear, and this is in the color 14. I love this foundation. Like, this is a foundation that I use when going out. It's just so nice. I would say it's like a medium to full coverage foundation. But again, like, yeah, it still feels quite light on the skin. Unless you're layering and layering, then yeah, it might feel a bit heavy. But I love it. Just the way it applies, the way it sets so beautifully. Like, I don't have to really apply much powder. Like, I don't have to apply any sort of like touch of powder when I use this foundation. It's just amazing. But again, let me try it on for you so you can see for yourself. So with this foundation, it's a lot more cooler. It's a lot more golden than the other 2 that I've showed you. It's just a beautiful, beautiful colour. But yeah, let me blend it in so you can see for yourself. So this is 2 pumps of this foundation. Like I said, I love the coverage of this foundation. I like the colour payoff. I like how it sets. It's like in between matte, but yeah, it still has a sheen to my skin, as you can see. I really like this foundation. It's probably one of my favourite foundations. As it does get a bit warmer, it's still quite light enough to wear. It doesn't feel as heavy as the other 2 that I've showed you. And yeah, this would keep your face still quite matte. If anyone is to ask me, Sarah, what's your favourite foundation? It's the Nars Natural Radiant Foundation. This bad boy right here. Oh, like, now I said if I'm going out, I'm gonna use Lancôme. But if I'm trying to step out, like, I need everybody to see me. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna use this. This foundation says, this foundation just bangs. It just bangs on so many different levels. And I'll be so upset if I put this on my face and you don't feel the same vim that I'm feeling, because like, this foundation is just so nice. It's radiant, it's glowy, it's dewy, it's coverage. It's not full, but it's coverage. There's coverage there. This is more on the cooler side. Oh, I forgot to say, sorry. This color, this is in the color, oh gosh, IGUACU. Definitely pronouncing it wrong. Yeah. Are you feeling what I'm feeling? Cause I'm telling you, it's bomb. And I ain't even using a primer. I'm not even using cream. I'm not using nothing on my face. It's such a nice foundation. Honestly. Okay, no primer, no illuminator, no cream, like nothing on my face. This foundation bangs. I can't like this is ultimate. Like, until there's something better than this stands as number one. Let me step out. Let me put my concealer, let me put my eyebrows on, let me step out. You're gonna be like, oh my god, what foundation are you wearing?
Honey, get yourself some Nars. That's what I can say.
But anyway, let me move on to the last one. Okay, and the last one is my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Now, honey, if you're that girl who, like, you want to wear foundation, but you don't want anyone to know you're wearing foundation, or you want people to just assume that your skin is super glowy, no pimples, none of that. It's like the Nars, it's super glowy, super dewy, super radiant. It's just nice, it's rich in colour. Try it on. Okay. So this is more of on the more of the golden side, I would say. I would say the Nars is more of like a perfect match for me. So this foundation is in the colour 14. Let me get into the blending. Now with this foundation, I don't even use more than a pump. So this is what it looks like. This is one pump. I personally don't use more than one pump because you want the foundation to do its job. Very dewy, very skin-like. It doesn't even look like I've applied foundation. I mean, yeah. But the foundation is really, really, really nice. Coverage is low to medium, or medium to, I wouldn't say full at all. I would say it's a medium, low to medium, if that makes sense. But medium coverage. You can definitely build on it just to have a bit more coverage, but I would not say it's full coverage at all. Very light. Honestly, you could honestly forget you're wearing foundation. These two together, if I want that ultimate look. But yeah, so that was all my foundations. They all have different purposes, different uses, different coverages, and so forth. But yeah, I am hoping to try out some new foundations soon. I like to add to my collection. Bit of a hoarder. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this video helped you in if you're wanting to make a purchase on foundation, or if you wanted just to know the type of foundation that you want to go for, or if you just wanted to know what foundations I use, then I hope this video helped you. But thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and yeah, like give me like ideas of what sort of makeup looks, or what not looks, like what sort of things you want to watch, or what sort of things you want me to make videos on. I don't mind, and I will catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye.